Hi viewers, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have discussed what are the types of sets. So in this session we are going to discuss about Venn diagrams and the basic operations on sets. So first of all we are going to discuss about Venn diagrams. So Venn diagrams are nothing but the pictorial representations of the sets. So if you want to represent a set, instead of using braces, so you can use simply figures. So already we know, so using the pictures we can easily understand anything, right? So here in this particular Venn diagram, so this was initially introduced by Euler and it was continued by John Venn. So these are the two mathematicians who have supported for Venn diagrams, right? So these Venn diagrams are also called as Venn Euler diagrams. So we call them as Venn Euler diagrams. So in these particular Venn diagrams, so we need to know the basic representations, right? So we have the universal set, which we have already discussed in our previous session. So universal set is generally represented by the symbol mu or capital U, right? So this universal set is generally represented in the Venn diagrams as a rectangular box. By using a rectangular box we are going to represent universal set, and to represent this universal set, so we will be writing mu at the top right corner, or sometimes you will be writing the universal set outside the rectangular box. So these two are nothing but the representations, so which says that this is a universal set. Next, so for the universal set you might have subsets, right? So in the universal set you will be having subsets. So those subsets are represented by closed curves. So curves in the sense like circles or ovals. So to represent a set, either you may use a oval or a perfect circle, and the name of the set is written outside. The name of the set is represented outside, and the elements that are present will be written inside the sets. So for suppose if I am having a set A as 1, 2 and 3, then you will be taking some points as the elements present in the given set. So this is element 1, element 2, element 3. So these are nothing but elements of set A, so those will be represented inside the set. The same way, for suppose if I consider a set B, so which has some A, B, C, D, E, so those A, B, C, D, E will be represented inside the set. Okay, these two are the main representations for the Venn diagrams. So first one is universal set, the other are nothing but the sets. Now in these representation, so we are going to have some situations. See, if I am having a universal set, so within this universal set, if I say A is a subset of B, A is subset of B, then inside this universal set I am going to have set B, and A is subset of B. No, since A is subset of B, that means A completely lies within B. So A is nothing but subset of B, that means subset means it completely lies inside the set B, right? These A and B will completely lie within the universal set, right? Next, for suppose if they are not complete subsets, so not complete subset means there may be something which is in common, so there are some elements which are common to both the sets. So for suppose if I am having a set A which is nothing but 1, 2, 3, if I am having a set B which is nothing but 3, 4 and 5, Now in these type of sets, so there is one element which is common. So to represent such type of sets, so we are going to draw the universal set first, and after that we are going to draw set A using a circle. Next, so you will be drawing a set B. So this is set A and this is set B. If you observe, so there is a overlapping part here for set A and set B. So this overlapping part is nothing but common to both the sets A and B. So that means this particular element 3 belongs to both A and B. So that's why it will be placed in this particular region. The same way, so 1 and 2 will be placed in set A, and the remaining elements 4 and 5 are placed in set B. If you observe these carefully, here one set 1, 2, 3, so which is nothing but set A. So in set A we are having 1, 2, 3. So this total region represents set A, right? So all the 3 elements are belonging to set A, and at the same time 3, 4, 5 belongs to set B. So that means this particular region represents set B. So if you observe 3, 4, 5 belonging to set B and 1, 2, 3 belonging to set A, and at the same time, so we are having a overlapping portion. So this overlapping portion is nothing but called as intersection. So that we will be discussing. Next, one more case is possible. So what is that case? For suppose if I take one set 1, 2, 3 and one more set which is nothing but some ABC. If you observe these two sets, so there is no element that is common. So if there are no elements common to them, then simply what we can say, so there will be a universal set. So this is set A which contains the elements 1, 2, 3, and there will be a set B which contains the elements A, B, C. So these type of sets are nothing but called as disjoint sets. So there is no joining, right? So that's why we are calling them as disjoint sets. So these are the 3 possibilities which we have in Venn diagrams when 2 sets are taken. So let us see operations on sets. So first basic operation of sets is nothing but union of sets. So in union of sets, so we need to see if A and B are any 2 sets. So if you consider any 2 sets A and B, then union of sets A and B is again a set. Union of sets A and B is again a set, is the set containing the elements of set A or set B or both the sets. That means union of sets A and B is nothing but, so it forms a set which contains the elements of set A or set B or both, or simply we can say, so the elements which belong to set A will be present in union of the sets, the elements of set B also belongs to the union of set or both. So both the elements belonging to both the sets will be there in the union of the sets, right? It is generally represented by, so for suppose if A and B are 2 sets, then it is represented by this symbol. So A union B. So we will be reading it as A. So we will be reading it as A union B, or so there is one more, so you can read it as A cup B, because it is in the shape of a cup, so you can read it as A cup B, right? Now let us see the set builder representation of this particular set. So A union B is nothing but represented by set of X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. So while doing any operation related to union, so you need to remember this particular OR. So whenever you get OR in the sense you are going to use union of the sets. So the operation that we are using is union of sets. So this particular set builder form representation says that x such that x belongs to A or x belongs to B. So that is what we have discussed here in the definition. The same definition will be carried here. So x belongs to A or x belongs to B. For suppose if I take an example such that, so there is a set of 1 2 3 and there is one more set which contains 3 4 5, which contains the elements 3 4 5. Then this A union B is represented by set of 1 2 3 union set of 3 4 5. So when we apply the operation of union, so these two sets combine together to form a single set which is nothing but 1 2 3 4 5. So already we know that, so when you are having same element we should not repeat in the set. So this particular representation A union B is given by set of 1 2 3 4 5. Now to represent this particular A union B in the form of Venn diagram, so when you come to the Venn diagram, so you will be constructing a universal set and there is a set A and there is a set B, and this is nothing but the universal set. Now if you observe the elements, so 1 2 3 and 3 4 5, set A contains 1 2 3. So already if you are having common elements, so you write common elements there in the place of overlapping. Next, the elements of only set A will be written in set A and the elements so which are present in only B will be written there. Now to represent A union B, so A union B means, so you need to take the elements of set A or set B or both. So if you want to represent A union B, so A union B is represented by this particular shaded region. So this total shaded region is nothing but called as A union B. In our general form, the general representation for A union B is given by, so if this is set A and this is set B, then A union B is nothing but this shaded part. So this total shaded part is nothing but called as A union B. So here we simply say this represents my A union B. So this is nothing but the operation of A union B, right? So when you are having two sets which are disjoint, so if two sets are disjoint, then, so disjoint in the sense, so for the two sets there is no intersection part. So if this is set A and this is set B, then union is nothing but given by set A plus set B. So directly we will be adding those two sets, right? So this is for A intersection B is equal to 5 when there is no intersection part for set A and set B. Here the next one is the second one, which is nothing but intersection of sets. The next operation is intersection of sets. So in this, if A and B are two sets, then intersection of two sets, then intersection of A and B is again a set. Intersection of A and B is the set of elements which are common to both A and B. Now in this particular intersection of A and B, so we are going to take the elements and we are going to form a set which contains the elements which belong to both A and B. Now this particular intersection is represented by the symbol, the inverted of union is nothing but intersection. So this A intersection B, so we will be reading it as A intersection B. So if we take the same example which we have taken previously, now if a particular set A contains set of 1 2 3 and set B contains set of 3 4 5, then if we take the Venn diagram, so before Venn diagram we are going to discuss about the set representation. So if I take A intersection B, so A intersection B is generally represented by set of 1 2 3 intersection set of 3 4 5. Now intersection means you need to take the common elements. So what are the common elements in both the sets, which is nothing but element 3. So this gives A intersection B. Now if you want to represent the set builder form of this, the set builder form of A intersection B, so the set builder form of A intersection B is given by X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. So previously for union we have used the phrase OR. So OR in the sense either in this or in that or in both. Here A intersection B means nothing but it should belong to both the sets A and B. And is nothing but the representation. So if you want to remember in a simple way, so intersection means nothing but its symbol is this, right? So if you put one, first of it looks like N. The same way here in A and D end we are going to have N. So we can correlate like that and we can simply remember, so without any confusion. Now let us discuss about the Venn diagram of this particular intersection. So this particular intersection, if you take the examples, so this is universal set and this is set A and this is set B, and so basing on those we are going to fill the values. So 1 2 3 and this is 4 and this is 5. Now if you want to take the intersection, so intersection is nothing but the common part. So common part is nothing but this particular part. So the overlapping part is nothing but called as intersection part. So from that what we can say, so this particular part is, so this particular part is my A intersection B. In general, so how will you represent? So without using those values, so the general representation of A intersection B is nothing but this particular part. So if you are having two sets A and B, then this particular part is nothing but we call it as, so this is nothing but my A intersection B. So for disjoint sets, so for disjoint sets we simply say A intersection B is equal to 5, right? See, for disjoint sets, so if you take disjoint sets, so there won't be any intersection. So if there is no intersection, then we say that A intersection B is equal to 5. A intersection B is equal to 5. So whenever A intersection B is equal to 5, we say those sets as disjoint sets. Now the next operation is the third one, difference of sets. Difference of sets. Now let A and B are any two sets. So we are considering two sets A and B. The difference of A and B is given by the symbol A minus B, and this particular A minus B represents that, so this A minus B represents the set of elements which belongs only to set A. Only to set A. That means if there are any common elements, so which belongs to both A and B, so we are treating only the set of elements which belongs only to set A. Only to set A. So here set A is nothing but at the first position. So this A minus B represents the set of elements which belongs only to set A. So that means the first set. The same way, if I consider B minus A, so B minus A is also the difference of sets. Now this B minus A represents the set of elements which belongs only to set B, which belongs only to set B. So this A minus B and B minus A. So here the difference starts with B. So we need to take the elements which belong only to set B. Now let us see their set builder forms. So set builder form of A minus B. So set builder form of A minus B is given as X such that X belongs to A. So here the element should be taken from only A and X does not belongs to B. That means we should not take the element which belongs to B. The same way the set builder form of B minus A is given as X such that X does not belongs to A and X belongs to B. So these set builder forms are very important. So A minus B means, so the element will be belonging to A and a element is not belongs to B. The same way B minus A means X does not belongs to A and X belongs to B. So let us take one example, then you will have a clear idea about this. The same example I am considering here. Set A is nothing but 1, 2, 3 and set B is nothing but set of 3, 4, 5. Now in this A minus B is given by set of 1, 2, 3 minus set of 3, 4, 5. Now if you have any common elements, so those common elements you need to omit. So you should not consider those common elements and you need to write set A what is left over. So A minus B is nothing but set of 1, 2. So the same way if I want to write B minus A, so B minus A means first I need to write set B minus set A. So in these two sets, so what is the common element? So those common elements we need to remove, and after removing, so whatever the first set that is left, that particular set is nothing but my difference of the set. So this is nothing but set of 4, 5. So B minus A is nothing but set of 4, 5. So can you say A minus B is equal to B minus A? So A minus B is not equal to B minus A. So A minus B is not equal to B minus A. So if you want to see the Venn diagram representation of this particular A minus B, so you will be considering the universal set inside which you are going to draw set A and set B. And if you want to have A minus B, so A minus B means, so we should not consider the part B. So this total is B part now. So this total part is B. So other than B, whatever the thing that is left, that we need to treat as A minus B. So what is the part that is left here? So this is nothing but the part which is left over, so without B. So this particular part is nothing but called as A minus B. So that particular part is nothing but called as A minus B. The same way, if I go for B minus A, so we have drawn universal set and we are having two sets A and B. Now if you want to represent B minus A, so B minus A means we should not consider any part of A. So this total part represents A, right? So other than that, whatever the part that is left, that we need to treat as B minus A. So this particular part is B minus A. So B minus A and A minus B. So these two are nothing but the difference of two sets A and B, right? Next, here we need to remember A minus B is not equal to B minus A. So there is one special case, so that is when two sets are disjoint. So if two sets are disjoint, there is no common place, no? So if there is no common place, so for suppose if I say A intersection B is equal to 5, if A intersection B is equal to 5, so there won't be any common place for this. So that means set A will be separated from set B. Then A minus B is directly given by A. So the value of A minus B is directly set A. The same way set of B minus A is directly set B. So if this particular condition is satisfied, so if A intersection B is equal to 5, then A minus B is equal to A and B minus A is equal to B. So if you want, you can understand by drawing the Venn diagrams. So since we need to take disjoint sets, right? So disjoint sets means, so there won't be any intersection. So A minus B means we should not consider B part. So here there is no B part inside A. So that's why only the part which is left. So part A is left. So that A minus B is directly set A and B minus A is nothing but directly the set B. So this is nothing but the difference of the sets. Now the next operation is symmetric difference. Symmetric difference of sets. Now this symmetric difference of sets is nothing but, so when you consider A and B are two sets, then the symmetric difference, the name itself it is suggesting the difference will be in symmetric form. So symmetric difference is given by A minus B union B minus A. So symmetric difference means we are going to take both the differences and we are going to union them, or this can also be represented like this: A union B minus A intersection B. So A union B difference A intersection B, or simply this is represented by A delta B. So these are the representations for symmetric difference of the given two sets. Now what is symmetric difference here? So symmetric difference means we need to consider only the elements which belongs to either A or B but not both. So that means we are going to omit intersection part. Now let us see that particular case by using a Venn diagram. So this is set A, this is set B, and this is the universal set. So already in the previous topic, so we have discussed about A minus B. So what is A minus B here? So A minus B is nothing but this particular part. So this particular part is nothing but we call it as A minus B, and this particular region is nothing but B minus A. So if you apply union to those, so to these two parts, then we call it as A delta B. So A delta B is nothing but given by A minus B union B minus A. So here if you observe, you are not taking the intersection part, right? The same way, so there is one more representation. So we have written A union B minus A intersection B, right? So from that also we are going to get the same condition. So here we are going to take two sets. So one set is A and the other set is B. Now if you observe this, So this is nothing but A union B, no? So this particular part is A union B. The same way A intersection B. So A intersection B is nothing but this particular part, right? So this is A intersection B. So the horizontal mesh part is nothing but A union B, and the vertical mesh part is nothing but A intersection B. Now what I have taken here, in A union B, I am taking the difference of A intersection B. So from total A union B, if I remove A intersection B, so from A union B means this total part. So from this total part, I am removing A intersection B. Did we get the same figure? Right. So A delta B can also be written as A union B minus A intersection B. So this is nothing but symmetric difference. So symmetric difference of two sets, right? The next operation is complement of set. So complement of set. So for suppose if you are having a set A and you are having universal set mu. So if you want to represent the complement of set A, so complement of set A is nothing but all the elements other than the elements that are present in set A. So if you consider an universal set mu and if you consider set A, so this universal set contains all the elements which are present in the universe. So among these, A is nothing but a small set which is subset to mu. So complement of this set A is nothing but given by mu minus A. The complement of set A is given as mu minus A. So which is also represented by complement of A, or sometimes we will be representing with A dash. So these all are nothing but the representations for complement. So this complement of this particular set is represented in this particular way. So this is universal set and there is a particular set A, then the part other than A. So this is A and the part other than A. This particular shaded part is nothing but called as A complement. This particular shaded part is nothing but called as A complement. So A complement means from the universal set we are removing the given set A. So this is nothing but complement of set A. So this A complement is represented in set builder form like X such that X belongs to mu and X does not belongs to A. Right. So this is nothing but set builder form of complement of the given set A.